Good morning, Tightliners, and welcome back to the channel. You find me today, no secret, you can see it behind me, Amlochport. On the first instalment of what I'm hoping for is a February half-term fishathon. Yeah, I'm intending to do quite a lot of fishing this half-term. A lot of it will be in daylight hours, and I'm looking to add as many species as I can to the card. I start today on 17, so hopefully I can get over 20 by the end of today. Plan is to fish here for about an hour and a half, and then possibly move on to somewhere else to fish for a ray. I know I've already had the thornback, and the spot where I'm going to, or thinking of going to, is predominantly a thornback ray kind of spot. But I have that challenge that I have in my head that I'm going to try and catch a ray every month of the year this year, like I did with the bass last time. Anyway, so what's gone out at the moment? I've got 2 pulley rigs out, one with a mackerel bait, one with a sand eel bait. Also looking for a decent sized pollock as well, and see what happens. Obviously the other thing is I'm going to put the very small rod out in the bit, just fish down the sides, along the wall, looking for those mini species to really move this specimen hunter along. So anyway, that's the plan. Whether that will work or not, I don't know. Daylight fishing, guys. You know what I feel about that at the moment, unless it's summer. Anyway, I got bait in the water, and as long as I've got bait in the water, there is a chance then get a fish. Right, I'm going to finish setting up, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a third rod in as well. On that one I'm going to put a 2-hook scratcher, fish it closer in with some ragworm, and see what that can bring. Anyway guys, os oes rhywbeth fel yr arfer, mi ddoi chi'n... Right guys, first bite on the scratching rig there. It wasn't a wrasse bite. Seems to have gone though, as soon as I pick it up. Usual story. Let's have a look. No, there's nothing there. Let's see what's been taken. Right. Well, okay then. So the mackerel bait and one of the ragworm baits have gone. Let's try that again. So I put 3 hooks actually. I was going to put 2, but I did 3 in the end. Right, so I put ragworm on the bottom and the top, and then mackerel on the middle hook. And that one's completely gone, and that one's stripped. Right, that's a good sign. Hopefully we get you into a fish next time. Right guys, could that be what I was getting bites on? Velvet swimming crab. Stripped my bait, or stripped the mackerel bait at least, and most of the ragworm bait as well. Right, let's get that thing back. Okay, that's interesting. The bites that I was getting looked more fishy bites than that though, to be honest with you. Anyway, what I might have to try and do now, they're size 2 wide gapes. What I might do is change it over to size 4 pint hooks or something like that and see what happens then. Right, I've also now got my 2-hook scratcher with size 12 or 16 hooks as well. And I'm going to have a go at different points around the dock here and see what's what. Fish another hour here at least. Try and go and catch the top of the tide at the other mark. Well guys, I changed down to those size 4 pint hooks and straight away into a fish, and it's our friendly ting. Yeah, just as I expected. Anyway, I'll get this unhooked. I don't think I'll use it for bait. Nah, I'll put it back. There it goes. So anyway, first fish on the card. Well, on the blank, whatever you want to say. It's not a blank. Let's see if there is anything better there. Right, so another ting to add to the thousands we've had already this winter. Is there anything else out there? Right, I've also got my small bait down here as well. Let's see what happens with this one. Guys, don't forget, if you like what you see, oh, that one's already bouncing. Another ting, probably. God. It would be nice to catch something other than tings, wouldn't it? I would really love, yeah, like I was saying, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I really do appreciate all the subscribers and also the comments that I get from you. Yeah, it's much appreciated. Fishing's going to be tough this next couple of months now, I suppose, or this month and into March. Oh, that one's bouncing. Let's turn this around. Big baits, untouched. See there? I think so. Another small fish, I think. Yeah, another ting. It's going to be one of those days. We keep trying, because this place does throw at all sorts of species. Right guys, I'm going to wrap this little session up here now, because all I'm getting is a lot of these little whiting. Even the big baits came back absolutely stripped, no bites on it. So yeah, I want to go and catch the other place now and still getting that in about an hour and a half, 2 hours up to high, and then fish it the same down as well. So I'm going to wrap this place up here now. There's nothing down the sides either. I've had a proper, you know, I've had a look on the outside, I've inside, on the end there. So anyway, let's go and find out if there's anything in the other spot. So I'll pack up here, and if I don't get anything else here, then the next time you see me will be at a different mark. Right guys, on the sand deal I put out, another whiting, but I suppose it's probably been out there for a while. I suppose it would have been live bait in case something fancied having a go at it, but nah, not this time. So, quite fruitless really here. Maybe a little bit early on this side of the island for the mini species yet. Who knows? Anyway, we're going to move now and see if we can get something else. Not much to dig. Right guys, so I've made that switch. I've come to a mark quite well known. You'll probably recognise it if you know it. It is on the north side of the island. There's a little bit of a swell going on, but nothing uncomfortable. I'm on some nice flat ledges, and I got my first two baits out. They up and overs, both of them. One with a big mackerel bait, and another one with a triple sandeel. It is a well-known place for thornback rays, so I'll give it a go. I'm going to rig up the Ziplex in a minute as well, put some scratching rigs on there, drop it shorter with some ragworm baits, maybe little strips of mackerel, and just to see what I can get. If I can get a ballon wrasse for the specimen hunt, brilliant. That'd be good. Anyway, but it's daytime fishing. That's what bothers me. Anyway, I'll get back to watching the rods. Ac fel yr arfer, os oes na rhywbeth, mi ddoi chi'n dol. Right guys, so what I'll probably do is leave the big baits out for about 20 minutes, half an hour maximum. I've got now a 3-hook scratcher, just chucked in close, rotten bottom on. Don't know, it could be very early for the ballons here, to be honest with you, I don't know. I know there's chance of ballons on the Holyhead side, but it seems to be warmer on that side than it is here. I've seen no action on the big baits yet. So about half an hour, 40 minutes away now from top of the tide, and I know that this place fishes at least 2 hours on the ebb as well. So that's the plan. And then possibly after that go somewhere else where, well, probably on the Holyhead side, and look for more minis. It's a nice day, sun's out. Sun's warm on my back here. At least that's something. The wind's blowing westerlies, so probably fishing rock marks on the Holyhead side is out of the way at the moment. Like I said earlier, I'm hoping to get out a lot this week. I want to try and get that ray this week, so that so I get it out the way. You'll notice that I'm holding the rod here now with the scratching rig. If there are wrasse there, they're very quick, and I find it easier. I find that my success rate of catching them is better when I'm holding my rod. Literally put this 20 yards. Nothing showing on the bigger baits yet. I don't know if you can see the rods. Just about to see them behind me there. All I want now is for one of them to pull over and scream. What a glorious day. First day of February half term. I think that the English schools have half term next week. I suppose the other fish that you could get out there on the fish baits, good chance of a huss, and of course dogfish and whiting again, I guess. Anyway, os oes rhywbeth fel yr arfer, mi ddoi chi. Right guys, so on the scratching rig I've been getting a couple of small bites. I was using those size 2 wide gapes, so I've switched them down now to a size 4 pine hook, or it might even be a size 4 specialist Ginu actually, and a little bit of squid, because I was getting bites on earlier. So I'm hoping there could be a poor cod or something like that in there. But it could be just crab as well, I suppose, like it was on the harbour. Nothing happening on the big baits, absolutely still. Not even a stinking dogfish. A bit. Guaranteed when I put it down it'll start knocking. Incredibly slow though, guys. Thought I might have seen a dogfish or two. Not that I'm bothered that I can't see them. I'd rather they stayed away and my baits were there ready for the rays or anything bigger. I'd like to see what these little bites I've been getting. And I've left my little rod in the car as well. Right, just spotted a tail showing there now, porpoise. I'm just wondering where he's going to come up next. There it is. It's going to come up again. There he is, it's out there now. Well, there's a porpoise here. There should be fish here, shouldn't there? I'm not sure if he picked that up or not. You see them this side of the island quite often. Where'd he go? Perfectly still rod tips, all three of them. Give you a little bit of a view where I'm at. There's Amlwch over there. Very comfortable mark, but no fish. Like to try it over high like that at night time sometime. Maybe sometime soon come over. Sure Kay be up for that. Right guys, so the next bait I'm going to try a whole squid. Don't often use squid whole like that, usually use it on a wrap or something. But anyway, I'm going to give it a go. Ray's love squid. Let's see. Seeing the porpoise is about the most exciting thing that's happened so far. Maybe I should have stayed in the dock. I don't know. Is this daylight? It is. It's no good, guys. Might be easier to film in, but it doesn't produce anywhere near as many fish, does it? And this time of year as well, guys, it's hard. Anyway, I'm going to put this on the rest. I'm going to bring the scratching rig in, change the baits on that, and then get one of the other ones in and get that squid out. Anyway, well guys, a fish at this venue at last. Only a ting, but it's a fish. Now, that is ideal bait size as well. So that one could very well go out there as a bait. So there is life in here. Like I said, I don't suppose the porpoise would be in here if there wasn't any fish at all here. That is it, just a simple lob like that. Still hoping that there could be a wrasse in there, a ballan at least, to add to the specimen list. But anyway, not blanking, could be worse, could be in school, sun's out, I've got bait in the water, and as long as that's happening, there's always a chance, guys. Always a chance. Right, let's bring this one in now. This one had the tail piece of a joey on there. Let's swing it around a little bit. Pretty sure I've just seen a bite on this one again though. More tings, I would imagine. It's on anyway. Fish on camera, guys, please. Yeah, yet another ting. That was on the squid. And that again is bait size. If that rattles with a whiting now, I'll ignore it. Get this one in, get that squid bait out. That one came back stripped. Right, let's get this squid bait out. That went a mile out. Reels of choice at the moment, guys, are these Pen 525 mags and super mags. This one is a super mag. Been picking one or two of them up off the internet on eBay and what have you recently, and they're working fantastic. Right, let's see if this squid can do something. still holding out that it could be a wrasse or a poor cod, something that I can add to the specimen list. If you can see the tips there now, I think so, can't you? Yeah. Right, I'm going to prepare one of these whiting to send out. Sos o rhywbeth? Ydych chi'n nôl mewn dim amser. You'll be back in no time if there is anything. Not much of it. Right, so I'll dispatch one of these whiting properly now, me, and then sort it out. Right guys, so what I've done is I've taken part of the tail off, taken the fins off, and I've slashed the body to give it some scent. 5-0 Kamakiri from Limitless, remember, Limitless stuff guys, fantastic hooks, some great lines, and rods as well, and other bits and bobs. So put it in through there, and what I'll do now is I'll go in where I've made all those cuts, so the line is inside the body of the fish, more or less all the way. And then in backwards like that, and back out the other side of the gills. There we go. Pull that through, and then lash it on with the elastic. Can't do any worse than the other baits I've been putting out, can it? So, 2 reasons why I've cut the bits into it, so that I can get the line through the body of the fish, and also it allows a load of scent out. Skin is great, but you need to get the scent out of there somehow, and by gashing it you allow that to happen. So anyway, also now the bait elastic has got something to get into and proper bind on. Now if there is a thornback out there, I'm pretty sure that if it comes across this, it will have it. And there we have it like that. And then circle hook at the top, right through, so it's showing on the other side there like that. Beautiful bait, ready to go out. Right, the scratching rig's been bouncing again, probably more whiting, may have missed it by now, I don't know. Got a knot in that line there. Always check your hook lengths, just in case you get knots, because what you don't want is a weak link in your knot, in your hook length. You got a weak length in your hook length and you got a good fish on, it could mean the difference between landing it and losing it. There we go. Oh yeah, it's still bouncing. 3 baits on there, so who knows, might be 3 fish. Maybe are the most excitement we've had. I'm still looking out to see if I can find that porpoise again. See if I can get a proper shot of it for you. Fishing with my trusty up and overs. Fishing on clean ground out there. I think there's at least one fish on. I'd like to think there is, isn't it? Got to be with the way it was bouncing. Yeah. Yet another whiting, hook clip. So it's this lucky day. I've got another one in the bucket there for bait. This one will go back. And it has actually gone as well. That was on the ragworm. I'm just waiting now for that squid bait to go. Right, so get this one baited up again. And get it out. At least I'm catching a few fish now. Not the ones I really want, but there we go. Normal fitting. Well guys, there's awaiting a cast at the moment, and well, that one seems to be about the best I've had so far. Again, that one on the squid baits. Just little squid strips like that. So anyway, that's what we're getting. Little whiting. Normal fit. Right guys, that's what was left of that big squid bait that went out. No bites again. Anyway, gone out there now. Last cast on there now. Joey mackerel, the whole one. It's not looking likely. However, just that one decent fish would just make this session. Even the whiting seems to have disappeared. And I'm going to start putting things away slowly now. And then what I'll do is I'll head off back towards Holyhead and maybe go down to the dock for a bit and just fish for minis down the side. Sounds like a plan. Anyway, I saw rhywbeth, bych yn dol. There was another whiting there. Just as I said, I thought they'd gone away, but they haven't. So, last few casts on the scratching rig now as well. Just half a squid head on both hooks. Who knows? Could be a nice pollock in there. Right guys, that whiting bait came back pretty much the same as it was when it went out. So anyway, like I said, a slow pack up now. This one's going to bed. Well, give it a go. Nothing more. Couldn't do any more than that, to be honest with you. Still got that Joey out. And I've still got a couple of squid baits out. Which is showing a little bit of a bite there now, actually. Anyway, the crabs and whatever else that's down there can have this waiting. Right, like I said, slow pack up and then head off to Dockbach. If there's nothing else happening here, the next time you see me, we'll be in Dockbach, Holyhead. Well guys, I'm at Dockbach, so I've got two rods set up. I've got my spinning rod with sabikis on, because there's been quite a few mackerel knocking about in between the herring here recently. So I'm going to give that a go. And then on the other rod I've got one of my small scratching rigs ready to go down the side, see if I can find something else for the specimen hunt. Right, let's have a go with the sabikis first. Right guys, so I've had a few chucks with the sabikis and nothing. I've got a scratching rig down the side there now. Nothing showing on that one yet. So anyway, I'll have another few goes now with the sabikis. Hope. Well, last 3 casts now, and if there's nothing there, I'm going home. I've tried, there's nothing here, nothing down the sides, It is better here when there's a bit more water, I know that, but I wanted to give that other spot some time as well. It is, like I said, a very difficult time of year. It does generally get quiet February into March. Through March it is quiet, and then it all kicks off again, hopefully in April and May. Hopefully when the arrival of the crabs peeling properly again. Like I said earlier, I hope you enjoy what you see. I know there's not been a great deal to see today fish-wise, but yeah, you've seen a few baiting up, seen some whiting again. I know it's just nice to get out, fish in daylight. I know it doesn't really do very well, but it was nice to get some sun on my face. It's getting cold here now though. Just no fish here today. Who knows? Might get out again later. It's doubtful, but I might. But that'll be tomorrow, that'll be Wednesday, and Thursday, and probably Friday. Right guys, so that is it for this session. Like I said, there's an outside chance that I can get out again later. But anyway, if I don't, this is the end of this session, end of day one of half term. So anyway, until the next session, keep your lines tight.